you afraid in taking big steps in your life? Or are you afraid to regret the decision you are about to make? If so, then listen to me as I discuss about decision making. Why decision making? To have a healthy brain, we must have a clear mind from everything that could bother us. We must free from anxiety, free from the regrets we have made in the past, and from the negative thoughts that keeps running from our mind. In order for us to attain this, we should be good in decision making. Good decision skills are useful in life, especially if you feel indecisive about something and it's getting you down. Decision making can be helpful when targeting new behaviors and changing bad habits. When you reach a fork in the road and need to make the right decision for your long-term health and well-being, using the brain science behind decision making is a useful tool. Decision making is the locus of your control. You have the power to break the patterns of behavior simply by making better decisions. You can change your mind and your actions at any time. A change of attitudes and decision making can turn your life around. When faced in a tough decision, it's common for us to feel overwhelmed, stressed, or anxious, wound up, and pressured, confused, distracted, tired, because indecision can have a negative impact on how you're feeling. That is why it is important for us to learn strategies for making positive decisions in tough situations. Decision making doesn't always come easy. Even for me, I'm having a hard time dealing what decision should I do. But the thing is, you must be comfortable and confident of the choices you should make. So here are some tips to help you in making decisions. Step 1. Set aside some quiet time. If you're contemplating making a major decision, there's no point attempting to do so surrounded by distractions, ringing phones, non-stop emails, the constant pass of chatter from those around you. Likewise, avoid working on important decision when you're tired, hungry, don't feel well, or emotionally upset, physically overworked, or under a great deal of pressure. Pick a time and place where you can be undisturbed while you embark on the process of decision making. It needed not to be lengthy to be effective. If you know that you'll need more time, set aside a chunk of time on another date or time. Schedule a decision making time if that's what it takes. Just be sure you're in a great place that's quiet where you can devote your attention to the decision you must take. Step 2. Clarify your thoughts. There's a lot of going in your head, much of which has nothing to do with the decision you're trying to make. Clear the noises by doing some meditations, deep breathing exercises, yoga, prayer, and whatever it helps to make you clarify your thoughts. A calm and centered mind is the best foundation for effective decision making. Step 3. Be clear about your goals. Often, there are multiple goals swirling in your head. You might confuse that you want to quit the decision-making process because you can't decide which goals should rise to the top, right? So, take some time to think about what is you want, what is you are willing to work for, and what result you want to achieve. Such goal clarity is necessary to arrive at a workable, sound decision. Step 4. Give yourself a timetable. Decision must have a timetable, otherwise action will be put off, delayed in favor of other distractions and activities. The more difficult the decision, the greater the likelihood of it slipping away without a timetable to adhere to. At the very least, you give yourself a progress check at regular intervals so you can gauge how well you're doing and adjust as needed. Step 5. Gather information. Not every decision can be made without further research. Gathering information, checking resources, lining up resources and allies as appropriate. Any major decision requires a certain amount of information that you may need to locate. Be sure information gathering is part of your decision-making process on important matters. Step 6. Recognize your bias. Sometimes you're not aware that you hold bias in certain areas. Everyone has bias, so there's nothing unusual with it. However, if you fail to recognize your bias, your choices will reflect your bias and not be as effective as they could be. If you need help in this area, you could ask a trusted friend to tell you what they believe to be your biases, so you can make allowance for that prior to making a weighty decision. 7. Strive to be objective. Objectivity is a paramount when it comes in making crucial choices, some of which may be life-altering. In addition to recognizing any biases you have, also strive to be objective in your decision-making process. This is a neutral zone, an interim step you settle on before you go further into what decision you will make. Step 8. Consider your instincts. Some call it a sixth sense, while others say it's rely on your guts. Listen to your instincts, for often they are right when it comes to what's best for you or what should be paying attention for before making any decision. Step 9. Lay out the facts. Put everything you know about the decision you need to make. Write it down on a paper so you can look at it objectively. Don't skip this step because to do so will distort your decision. You need all the facts before you can go on. Step 10. Weigh the pros and cons. Every decision has pluses and minuses to consider. Some are obvious, while others can only be discerned through a careful analysis of the facts. Other knowledge gained from experience, the advice from trusted friends, loved ones or family members, and even co-workers and experts. You're getting close to the point that you will able to decide, so make sure that you weigh the pros and cons of the actions that you will take. 11. Envision the consequences of your actions. Look ahead and think of what will happen if you take this course of actions you're considering. See in your mind the consequences of your decision. If what you envision is acceptable and desirable, this will help you solidify your choice. If it's negative, ask yourself if you are willing to go ahead anyway. Assess if it is worth the risk. Step 12. Think how your decision will square your values. You might be feel pressured by others, your boss, your co-workers, your friends, loved ones, or family members to make a decision that doesn't feel right. That's because it doesn't square your values. If you go ahead and fall in line with what others say you should do, you'll be dissatisfied with the result. Always be true to your values since they are the core of who you are. Any decision you make should be aligned with them. Step 13. Factor in follow-up. Remember that whatever decision you make isn't the end of the process. Also important is taking the time to follow up on your chosen actions. Things that you can ask to yourself is that, did they turn out as expected? Did you meet your objectives and arrive at your goal? If this is a decision you likely make again, is there a way you can improve upon it? Or can you revise the current action to make your choice better? Step 14. Make an informed choice. After going through each of these steps, you are ready to make an informed choice. Proceed with the resoluteness and select what you are going to do. This is what the decision-making process entails, and you've conducted yourself thoughtfully and thoroughly. Make your choice better. Step 15. Act on your decision. You have selected your choice and now you are ready on your decision. Keep in mind that thoughts without actions are ineffective. You've come all this way and put it on the due diligence to arrive at a decision. Now it's time to get to work and act on your decision.
Decision making could help you to build a healthy brain by just simply preventing yourself on things that could cause you anxiety and regrets. If you are feeling overwhelmed with the negative feelings because you are facing a tough decision, it's important to look after yourself. Take some time to relax or do something you enjoy. If you're finding your decision over a situation is affecting you, how you get on day to day, it's a good idea to talk to someone you trust or visit a counselor. They will be able to help you work through the process of decision making and guide you through the different strategy.
Those are 15 strategies that could help you in decision making. Hope you have learned from what I have discussed and be good in making decisions in life. This is Jan and Nikea, looking forward for us to have a healthy brain.